Ambassador Thelax thought he was being clever. The Kryn Empire had conquered 47 species across 12 star systems. They understood power, understood leverage. So when negotiations with the human colony world stalled, Thelax made what he considered a tactical decision. He ordered the capture of 30 human women from a research station orbiting Kepler 88. Hostages, bargaining chips, a simple equation of power. He transmitted his demands to Earth's Confederation. Complete surrender or the hostages would be executed one by one. He gave them 72 hours to respond. The response came in 60 minutes. It wasn't a message. It was a declaration of extinction. The Kryn had studied human military capabilities. They knew about humanity's warships, their weapons, their tactical doctrines. What they hadn't studied, what they couldn't have known, was human culture, human history, human fury when their women were threatened. The first strike came from a human fleet already in the sector. Every ship, from dreadnoughts to mining vessels, armed themselves and converged on Kryn space. Civilian freighter captains welded plasma cutters into improvised weapons. Mining rigs became asteroid launchers. Pleasure cruises turned into troop transports. They came by the thousands. Admiral Chun broadcast a single message on all frequencies. Release them unharmed in the next hour, or we glass every world you've ever touched. Thelax laughed. One human fleet against the entire Kryn armada? Impossible. Then the civilians arrived. Thelax watched his sensors with growing horror as the human civilian population mobilized. Fathers who'd never held a weapon, brothers who'd been pacifists, husbands who'd spent their lives as teachers, artists, engineers. They commandeered every ship capable of flight and headed toward Kryn space like an unstoppable tide. Behind them, human women had volunteered for military service by the millions. Female pilots, soldiers, marines, and captains. They'd fought in humanity's wars for centuries. And now Thelax had touched 30 of their sisters. The message from Commander Rivera of the all-female strike wing Valkyrie Squadron was brief. You took our own. We're coming for blood. The Kryn fleet formed defensive positions around their capital world. 5,000 warships, the pride of their empire. They'd crushed entire civilizations with less. The human fleet didn't slow down. The battle lasted 8 hours. 8 hours of unprecedented carnage. Human ships rammed Kryn dreadnoughts when their weapons ran dry. Pilots ejected and used their escape pods as missiles. One freighter captain, his ship's engines failing, manually piloted his vessel into the Kryn command carrier, taking 3,000 enemy combatants with him. The Valkyries carved through the Kryn fleet like vengeful angels, their tactics so aggressive that Kryn admirals thought they were facing machines, not living beings. They weren't seeking victory, they were seeking vengeance. When the capital world's shields fell, the human fleet stopped firing. Admiral Chen's face appeared on every screen across the Kryn homeworld. You have one chance, she said, her voice cold as void. Return every hostage, unharmed. Now, Thelax, his command center in ruins around him, finally understood his mistake. Humanity didn't negotiate for their women. They didn't compromise. They didn't show mercy. They burned worlds. The hostages were released within minutes, transported to the human flagship on Kryn shuttles. Every single woman was accounted for, terrified but alive. Admiral Chen verified their condition personally. Then she turned back to the view screen showing Thelax's broken fleet. You're fortunate they're unharmed, she said. If even one had been injured, we wouldn't have stopped until your speed. Spread the word across your empire. Humanity protects its own. Touch our women again, and we'll show you what extinction looks like. The human fleet withdrew, leaving the Kryn capital in ruins, their armada shattered, their pride destroyed. Thelax survived. He spent the rest of his life ensuring every species in the galaxy knew the lesson he'd learned. Capturing human women wasn't leverage. It was suicide. The Galactic Council added a new universal law within the week. Human civilians, particularly women and children, were untouchable. Any species that violated this law would face not just human military might, but something far more terrifying, human wrath. The Kryn Empire never recovered, but they serve as a perfect example. Don't touch. There. Women.re Triclawed can make mistakes. Please double-check responses.